Welcome back to 4 Geeks by Geeks. As always, I am your host, Boser, and we are hanging out with a place where geeks come to geek out. Thanks for geeking out with us on your Monday night. As always, how are we doing, you guys? Oceana, welcome. She is here. We missed you. It's been a minute since you joined us on stream, I think. Technical difficulties, you really need a shirt for that. As much as yes, we do, like part of me would die just knowing that that's our new branding. We have technical difficulties. Because I don't think we've had any yet tonight. But I'm trying to make some by trying something a little new on my end. So we'll find out. Hey, Thor Golden Cub says, this is my first Twitch stream. OFN is a good buddy of mine. Welcome to the chat. OFN is so incredible, and you guys are about to hang out with him all night long. And I've had a little bit of experience with him. I've basically geeked out on his stuff on Instagram for years now, and we got to meet face to face at C2E2 just 2 years ago. Or no, it was last year. My God, it feels like 2 years ago. But he was just as incredible in real life. So I'm really thrilled this is happening. He's for some reason agreed to this. I don't know if he's just was drinking at the time or on drugs. No, probably not. But I'm thrilled and grateful. So thank you guys for geeking out with us. But first thing I want to know is if you hit that command QOTD, you'll find out the question of the day, which is if you were given unlimited resources, what would you create? Oh, thank you for the sub, Golden Thor Golden Cub. That's how you pronounce it, right? What would you create? Would you create, it could be cosplay, it could be world-changing, whatever it is. You had unlimited resources. We're going to find out how altruistic you guys are compared to me. Because the first thing that I think of are honestly web shooters or a diva mech. Those are the first things I would think of. It wouldn't be, I don't know, creating unlimited lifetime of water for the entire nation or the entire globe. Nah. Of course not. Oddity said, I'm bringing all my scripts to life. Holy shit. How many scripts would that be, T? Alex says, I'm making a perfect looking cosplay of a blue lantern ring. Well, our guest tonight, I think, has made a couple rings or found a couple rings. So he might have a couple hints for you tonight. But if anybody is in the chat and you are looking for cosplay tips, or you are really looking where to start, or if you're wondering, man, OFN has such a great following. How did he do it? You're about to find out. And then stay tuned for the end of the stream. We are playing some really sexy reverse strip cosplay trivia. Stephanie Strick said, I would make my dream cosplay / boudoir photo studio. What would be your dream? Like, what's that entail? Is it just like the classic bed with a window to sit next to, or what's your dream boudoir or photo studio look like? Oh, I forget that I can actually highlight some of you. So let's show you how that works. My pleasure. Looks like a great channel. You say nice things, you get highlighted. Thank you for stopping by. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight, Thor. You're right. It is a great stream. Ooh, for QOTD. We need another name for that. Quoted. I'd love to create a Doctor Strange cosplay and maybe never have to go to art supply shopping again. Dude, my wife literally just came home. She is a painter. Alec can attest. He was like drooling over her art last night. Caitlin Lee Studio, go check it out on Instagram and buy her art, commission her. But she just came back from Michael's and she was seething because she had the worst experience. They didn't have the canvases she was looking for. And the ones that were the next best were like 3 times as expensive. And then you couldn't buy online without like $100,000 in shipping. So I feel you. Not firsthand, but through her. Oceana would fund my own production company to make my own comics and animation. I had no idea that was a dream of yours. That's really cool. Do you have like I know that you draw a lot. Do you have like a comic like idea that we need to make happen? Can we make this an like FGBG GoFundMe thing? We would all be happy to jump on board of that. Hey, none of us are going with a Thanos option for unlimited resources. Yeah, because we have unlimited. We don't have half as much as we need. Okay, Stephanie's. This is her dream studio. 2 floors. The bottom floor for multiple sets for cosplayers to choose from based on what they're looking for. Second floor, an open apartment style boudoir set. There are multiple areas to shoot in. Dude, whenever you have that built, I think Moose and I need to come do like a partner boudoir shoot. I think that'd be really hot. I'm all about it. But hey, speaking of really hot, you guys love him. You guys know him. He is doing huge things on the internet, and I am thrilled that he is on the show as our geek guest tonight. Please make some noise, show all the love. Let's get a hype train going for the one, the only, old-fashioned nerd. Make some noise, you guys.
Hello.
There he is. He's real. He exists. How are we doing, buddy?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm feeling like really excited that you're here.
Thank you.
For some reason, I'm kind of fanboying over you because I've been fanboying for a few years now. You do such great stuff.
Thank you.
but for tonight, can I call you Othen? Can I call you what can I call you?
Frank? We'll go with Frank.
Frank?
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
I always thought you looked like a Frank.
See, I never did. I still don't feel like... I feel like Franks are all like 50 and older, and I've never felt like a Frank. It's it's a generational thing.
Sure. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I've just never felt like one.
Well, in a few years, or more than a few years, a few decades, you might look like a Frank.
I'll be like, now I'm a Frank. Yeah. When I got some gray going out. Yeah.
I think you could totally rock the salt and pepper.
Yeah, that's what my wife said. I'm kind of excited to like see, but like this, but with like the black and like the black and white. I think it'll look good. We'll see.
At this point, I'm not sure there's anything that you could not rock.
Oh my gosh.
Please stop.
No.
So, Frank, tell me, what is your answer? If you had unlimited resources, what is the thing that you would create?
I guess the simple answer is a utopia where like people unlimited resources. I would first like build something, whether it's an apartment complex or like a 100 acres of apartment complexes where like homeless people could go and not be homeless anymore. And then like there would have to be like a system in place, because
sure, you
don't want them to take advantage of the system. You don't want like random people to take advantage of the system, but like there'd have to be a way. Unlimited resources means unlimited resources. Like no one would ever have to like be homeless or hungry or anything ever. So like I just feel like I could see it like in my head. There was I forget what country it was in. They were making homes for homeless people. They're making homes out of like huge actual Legos, like 3D printed
Duplo blocks.
Yeah, like so these houses are like made. They're specifically for homeless people, but they're very inexpensive to make. And I was just like, "Wow, how? That's if it's not expensive, why aren't we helping people?" But anyway, I don't want to get all.
Anyway. I'm with T. You're clearly a better person than I am in the team.
Unlimited, I was like, man, what could I buy? And my first thought was like a Hulkbuster suit.
Hell yeah!
I mean, just be walking down the street, destroying the pavement. Like,
okay, that makes me feel a lot better.
But then I was like, unlimited though. Like, and who's to say in my utopia I don't get a Hulkbuster suit?
Because by that point, people will have abused the system and there'll be a smackdown that will have needed to be laid down.
Yeah.
So you need a Hulkbuster.
Yeah.
Okay. That turns out we're not all shitty people. That's awesome. Oh, why not just make Wakanda? Hell yeah.
Right. Exactly. Like, some kind of self-sustaining utopia kind of thing, because I always think almost like Walking Dead apocalyptic kind of scenario where you don't have a day-to-day job. You just work within the community to give whatever it is you can give, whether it's gardening or or manual labor or whatever it is. So that's like where my mind goes, is like, how can you help people and not make them go broke, or, you know what I mean, to do
I've
it.
often thought about that, like The Walking Dead, or we're getting off on a hard tangent, but like Walking Dead, while no, I don't want everybody dying around me and having to fight every day, but if we are given that circumstance where all the technology was gone, we had to start over, I almost can see it being a better society in general.
Good and bad, because a lot of the bad that we see is because we have the technology to see it and share it and spread it.
Right.
So shitty people can go hide in the shadows and not be openly shitty.
Right. They can just spread their shittiness without any guilt.
And like you wouldn't be, we wouldn't be able to talk. You know what I mean? I'd have to find you in Indiana to talk.
It wouldn't be hard. I've got a huge Neon's 9. Yeah. We've broken into several times and they found nothing. They just leave with the door wide open with a note said, "What the hell? Why?" But let's talk about you, Frank.
Yes.
So you are doing great things in the cosplay world, but even before all that happened, let's rewind the clock.
Okay.
Like, I'm really curious. Old Fashioned Nerd. That's the name that you've chosen. What's behind that? Where did that start?
I honestly forget what my username was before that.
Whatever our AOL instant messenger.
Oh my gosh. My old one from like high school, middle school was Spike Viper 89 because I just thought it sounded like so cool. I don't have a snake. I don't care about cars. I was just like Spike Viper. Yeah. I don't know.
That was way cooler than which was Curly Guy 58.
Curly. Did you have curly hair?
Oh yeah, it's pretty. When I don't put any product in it, it's just like a big little fro on my head.
So whatever my username used to be, and then I started not getting into nerd stuff, but posting it more on social media, on Instagram specifically. And I was like, I was still doing like cosplay, but it was kind of just anything like nerdy that I had in my house, or like just whatever it was. It wasn't a cosplay page at that time. Okay. And so I kind of wanted to be like generic, kind of widespread thing. And then it just popped into my head like a good old fashioned nerd. And so I literally tried to do good old fashioned nerd, and it was too long. And so I got rid of good, obviously. And so old fashioned nerd was there, and it was available, which is crazy to me.
Because not to say it's generic, but it seems like such a great name.
Right.
It should be taken.
I was expecting to have to like do old fashioned N3RD, or, you know what I mean? Add some underscores or whatever, but it was available. So I took it, and I didn't honestly expect anything. You know, I was just making it. And then, again, it was just kind of all random nerd stuff, nothing crazy. And then my wife and I moved to Denver, Colorado. She got a job out there, so we both moved. And we didn't have any friends. We were living with her parents. And
always a good time.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, it was actually fine, honestly. And they were nice enough to let us live with them. But I was born and raised in Florida, and I worked at Disney World for like 9 years. And so...
Can I ask what you did there?
Both my wife and I were puppeteers in the entertainment department.
Like, what kind of things did you puppet?
Have you been
become a completely different chat tonight?
Have you been to Disney World before? In
yes.
Orlando? Yeah. So at Hollywood Studios, my wife and I both did the Voyage of the Little Mermaid show.
Okay.
They're blacklight puppets, and so you're wearing black shirt, black pants, you wear black gloves, and then we wear like a black hood over our face, and then we hold puppets that are painted with blacklight paint.
Wow.
And so we both did that show, and that's how we met. And then I did Festival of Lion King at Animal Kingdom, and then Playhouse Disney and Disney Junior at Hollywood Studios as well.
Wow. So,
yeah, I mean, it's a fun job.
The skills that you've probably gained in your life.
Skills.
Who says if they're marketable? But they're skills.
They are.
You're talking to a guy that graduated with a theater degree, so we're on the same page.
Well,
this is how I'm using it. You did better than I did. That's amazing. So is that where you first met your wife?
Yeah. Yeah, we met there, and then we were just friends first. And even before we were like friends, she asked me out to go see Wreck-It Ralph, I think, and she asked me in like a Facebook message, and I said no. And looking back, it honestly was because she was like wife material, and I was not ready to like settle down or anything. So I was like, no, I don't want to like, date her yet. And so then like a year later, we started just hanging out as friends, and we were just friends. Like, that's it, nothing else. And then like little by little, and then all of a sudden we were dating, and here we are now, 7 years later.
That is so cute.
Yeah.
I love that. Do you guys ever like puppet in like you're making dinner?
No. When
look at this rotisserie chicken.
No, we don't. I have a puppet somewhere. My grandma gave it to me. I mean, she bought it for me. It's not like a hand-me-down, that she had.
A creepy possessed doll from the
yeah. My mom has this marionette. He's like this big, and he's like a Mexican marionette, and he has a sombrero and 2 guns, and he has the the 2 sticks up top. And she has it somewhere. It's the creepiest thing ever. And so I don't know where it is anymore, but I don't want it.
It probably needs to be ritually burned.
Yeah. And like the ashes put in a box and then like blessed and then given to the Vatican or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it didn't always start with cosplay, but like how long have you been cosplaying at this point?
2012. So next year will be 10 years. Yeah.
Wow.
So I actually just posted today on Instagram. I did like a ask me stuff, and someone asked how long I've been cosplaying, and it's 2012 MegaCon in Orlando in 2012, and I only went because we had friends at Disney who had been cosplaying for years, and I knew of it, but it never like crossed my mind to do. I was just like, oh yeah, that's, it is what it is. I never really, it never like was on my radar. And then our friends who had been doing it forever were like, hey, we're going to MegaCon, and we have a Batman villains group we're doing. Do you guys want to join our group? And we were like, me and my friend Gus, we were like, yeah, sure. It could be fun. Why not? And so we ended up doing Tommy Lee Jones, Two-Face, and Jim Carrey's Riddler.
Can I show it on stream?
Yeah. Yeah, you have it pulled up?
Yes, I do. Only always.
Yeah, so that's the group that invited us. And so a friend of mine from Disney, Alexis Antuna, actually sculpted the Two-Face mask out of clay and then made a prosthetic of it for me specifically. And then like that's fake hair glued onto the prosthetic. And then I found the suit I'm wearing. I found all of it at Goodwill, and a friend of mine from Disney, Christy Barrett, she cut it in half and then sewed them all together for me. And then my friend Gus there made his costume. He bought spandex and all those little beads and glued everything on as the Riddler. And so that was my first time cosplaying, and we were a hit. And it was just so much fun. And so like after that weekend, I was hooked and just kept doing it.
Well, you got to know, like, this is your first cosplay? Are you kidding me?
Yeah, but like I didn't do any of it. I just found the pieces, and but I guess that's similar to how I do it now. I don't make so much of my stuff. I just find, stuff that people make, and I'm like, ooh, this piece, and this piece, and that's my costume now.
So, like, what would you say to someone like T who's saying cosplay is just so overwhelming?
I mean, it definitely can be, especially when you're trying to be creative with it and make it your own, and not go for either comic or like MCU, DCEU accuracy, because you can just buy those. You can go, oh, I love Aquaman's costume from the live action movies, and there's a website that sells it. That's super easy. But it's when you're like, okay, I like this version of Aquaman and this version of Aquaman, and I don't like this part of it or this part of it. So how can I make it? And then you find out that like there's no limit to your creativity. Like there are no rules. It's whatever you want it to be. And so that's where it gets overwhelming, because you're like, I'm just first time and so Christmas. Thanks, Thor. Will. It's overwhelming to know that you're in charge of your costume. Like and I don't use a sewing machine. I tried foam work. I would rather pay someone else to make it look immaculate than for me to try to do it and spend my time, money, and effort, and it not look how I picture it in my head.
Right.
That's me. A lot of people are so much more talented than I am, and they make amazing things, but I know what I want it to look like in my head. And so it's easier for me to pay someone to make it look exactly like that.
And see, I'm the opposite. Like for some reason, I cannot adopt that mindset of like, I like this bit, I like this bit, I'll put them together, because in my mind, I'm like, that's not what it looks like. And I have to do it exactly. And I just know the terror that I would be to work with, that I would never put that on another human being. I'm like, I'll just do it myself. It'll look shit in the end, but I'll know that I didn't stress anybody out except myself.
Well, you look like you're always having fun in your pictures and videos, so it's working for you. And that's the other thing, is everyone has their own expectations of what they want their costume to be and what they want their experience to be and everything. And so I don't do stress is not in my life at all. I can't do it. And so the second I try something and I'm bad at it, I'm like, I'm done. I'm sorry, I'm done. And so it's easier for me to pay a professional to do it. That's just me.
Well, I'm great. I'm so glad that you found your process. I wish that my process involved less stress, but it took a lot of trial and error, because you kind of learn, that there are pattern makers and suit makers and cowl makers and 3D printers. Like there's so much to the cosplay community, and you don't know until you know. You don't know who to talk to or who to ask or where to go for props and suits and everything. So do you have like a go-to team at this point? Like, oh, I know that when I need a cosplay, I'm hitting my dream team. It's gonna be this person, this person, this person.
For the most part, yeah. So unfortunately right now, Rogue Design Effects, they work in the health field. It's a husband and wife, and they work in the health field, and their job has them traveling for work. And so that's who makes all my superhero masks. And they do incredible work, and but they're traveling. They've been traveling for like the last 8 months or so. And so but they're my go-to for masks. And so
your masks are incredible. I really love all the masks you've made. Like you're talking about your Green Lanterns, your Daredevils.
Daredevil, Wolverine. There's a few others. The full face ones aren't from them, but all the face ones. Yeah, you're welcome to show everything.
Okay, you heard it, you guys. Anything I can show.
Anything.
Yeah,
Thor Golden Cub actually. He's the one that made my Hawkman helmet. Yeah, I love that cowl so much.
That is amazing.
Yeah,
like
my friend.
I love that.
Yeah, and you can see actually the info in the caption there for anyone.
Oh, okay.
I had it 3D printed by Stephen Vaco. He's a friend of mine, and he does 3D printing if you need anything 3D printed. After he printed it, I had my friend IFX Studio, who I've been friends with for since 2009. And I sent it to him, and he painted it and then did like shading and stuff. So you can see there in the corner, there's like darker yellow than,
I love that.
So then, so like that costume specifically is a great example of me not doing anything and then just piecing it together from other more talented people. There it is.
There it is.
You want to know how I got those followers? That's how I got those followers.
Oh, okay. So if anybody wants to grow their channel tonight,
yeah,
this is how. Just put the peach on there. This is why we're not growing. T, Alec, my God, less of this, less of these cheeks.
Yeah, just move the camera down a little bit. Yeah, less of these cheeks, more of those cheeks. Exactly.
See, I've been leading my poor students. I work in the theater, and a lot of times I teach acting. And I've been leading my students astray for decades now. I've always said, we want these cheeks, not these cheeks, if you want to succeed in show business.
Not anymore.
Not anymore. It's been flipped on its ass, quite literally.
Literally.
That's awesome. we got a lot of bony boys, I guess, in the chat tonight. Because they all don't have much. But I just love that. So you got some Gotti for your masks, and I know that you kind of have a collaboration with Zentai.
Zentai Zone, yeah. So they used to be Zentai Zone, and I should update actually all my captions. They are still the same company, but they've changed their name. They're the same. They're still Zentai Zone, but they have a new website. And so if you go to Zentai Zone, you can temporarily still buy superhero suits, but they're shying away from superhero suits and just sticking with like. I guess like Zentai suits, which are just like colored spandex suits with different accessories, whereas the custom superhero printed ones is now printcostumeofficial.com or printcostume.com.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, they're my go-to for spandex suits. They're inexpensive, fast turnaround, fast shipping. I mean, I've been using them since 2017, I think. So 18, 19, 20, almost 4 or 5 years now.
And that's, I think I know it's spelled ZENTI.
ZENTIZONE.com. And then there might actually be a link on their new on that website to bring you to their new website. But I haven't been to their old website in a while.
Okay, but talk to me about these bad boys.
Oh my God.
You were creating these.
Oh, I did not create them. What did we just talk about?
Sorry. I guess we hadn't spoken yet, but when I started seeing them on your socials, I tried to make some Archangel wings, articulating wings.
Oh, yeah.
A few years ago. And they did articulate, but they fell to shit real quick. Oh. And I was stuck by a outlet hot gluing all day at the con.
Oh, yeah. No,
but these are gorgeous.
Thank you. Yeah, I found them on Etsy, and I guess I didn't put them in there, but they're Flower Len, FLOWERLEN is their the people who make them, but they're bendable, so they can be like they're directly behind me like that. You can have them outstretched like that, or like this, as if you were just now like taking off the ground.
Oh, neat.
And so I found those on Etsy, and as soon as I heard that they were bendable, I was like done, because they you can tell like my windows are open, letting light in, and so they look just so beautiful when they have light coming.
Yeah, they really do. They catch it. Good night, DJ. Get some rest. Thanks for popping in. Thanks for this idea about the splitting. We're gonna see how long it lasts before we get shut down, but we're gonna keep trying it. Yeah, I really love the way that the light catches them. I love this. Wait, is that your courage over fear? I thought for some reason there was like a baby announcement or something. I couldn't read it at first. So talk to me, because I know that there's lots of people that they have lives. Like you have a full-time job. You have a wife.
Yeah.
Do you have any kids?
No.
Okay, no kids. No kids. Great.
No.
My wife and I are on the same page. So we should live our best life the rest of our lives.
Exactly.
But even a spouse is you can't just go do whatever you want, clearly. So how do you balance being able to do all this great cosplay? You have such an active social media life, but you still are balancing that with, all the duties that it takes to be a husband and a worker. So how do you do that?
I'm thankful enough. First off, my wife is very understanding. So I'm like, hey, I have a cosplay interview tonight. She's like, okay, have fun. I'll go do this. And I was like, okay. So, so that worked out really well. Jonathan Bell, he's amazing. Go follow him.
I do follow him.
He's the best.
I love that smile. He's got a great smile.
He was living in Chicago for a few months, and so we were able to meet up a couple times.
Love that.
But and then at work, where I work, I have a lot of downtime, thankfully, and so in between working, while I'm even on the clock, I'm able to be on Instagram a lot and either interacting with other people, checking out their stories, shouting out people, just doing whatever. And so I have known for a while. I'm going to be at my job for 5 years now. And we moved. I got the job as soon as we moved away. As soon as I started like cosplaying like a lot more. And so I'm just lucky that she's puppeting in the living room right now. She's not. That's what Alex said. But yeah, I'm just very lucky. I honestly don't know how other people do it, or parents. I follow a lot of people with kids and families on social media, and good for them for finding the time, money, and energy to cosplay and do photo shoots and make the costumes or buy the costumes or whatever, because I don't know how they find the time and energy.
Honestly, I love when they just say like mom of cosplay or dad of cosplay or family. Yeah. Because I'm like, I want to support you all the more because I know that you are working 10 times harder than.
Yeah. Well, it's great when they can get the kids to do it too. There's a couple people on here on Instagram who do it with their kids, and they'll show up to a con in like, a full X-Men group, and it's just amazing.
And anything that you can do with your family. So that brings me to my question. Does your wife ever do this with you? Is she a cosplayer too?
Yeah, her username on here is Back Issue Designs, and she doesn't post all that much. I had a
feeling, actually, I was scrolling through your stuff earlier, and I was like, "Oh, these two are cute." And I'm like, "Oh, I wonder if that's his wife."
Yeah.
And you never made a mention that this is my wife, whatever. But you said to go follow her, and I'm like, "Oh, I already am." But she hasn't posted in a while. She should.
Yeah,
she does great work.
Yeah, she did a shoot. We did a living room shoot in 2020, and where we just threw up the backdrop, and she just bounced in around, did a bunch of quick changes and took a bunch of pictures. And after she posted those pictures, she just went on break, basically.
Yeah.
Excuse me. So, she cosplays at conventions with me. She was there at C2E2 last year when we met, but she always feels like almost like a third wheel at conventions, where like people will come up and be like, "Old fashioned nerd, hey, how are you?" And I'll be like, "I'm good." And then she like knows that they're not there to talk to her, so she'll like either talk to whoever else we're with, or keep walking and keep shopping, or walking through Artist Alley or whatever. So she, she's not trying to be rude, but she knows that So yeah, go ahead.
No, please, you go ahead.
I was just gonna say, yes, she cosplays at every convention we go to.
I love that. So if you're there, she's not far behind.
Right. Yeah. Usually, and we go to most of them together. There's a couple that I've been to that she either couldn't get the time off work, or she doesn't want to go, or traveling for cons is more expensive for both of us, but local cons are easy for both of us to go to.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Well, next time I see you, I'm gonna yell, "Hey, Back Issue!" Like, keep walking, guy. I'm here to see this one. So you're getting recognized when you go to cons at this point.
Yeah.
And you are over 12,000 followers on Instagram.
Yeah.
And growing on other platforms. Honestly, when I was typing up my questions, I was like, over 10K. And then I went over and looked. I'm like, oh my God, it's over 12K.
Yeah.
Like, you're just growing and growing so fast. Like, talk to me about how that happened and when you first realized, oh shit, like I'm getting some attention here.
Yeah. So when we moved out to Denver in 2016, right there on the left, that was,
there you go.
Yeah. 2016, right there on the left. We moved out to Denver, and I didn't have any friends, and I found, look at that, such a terrible picture.
You clearly didn't have any creator friends.
It looks like I don't have any teeth in my mouth. It's awful. I hate it so much. And so anyway, and I wore the jacket, and you learn things as you go. Like I want to punch myself in the face. I want to cut that that cigar in half and like paint the tip red or something to make it look like I actually smoked the cigar and didn't just put
chewing
a brand new cigar in my mouth. Anyway, so we moved out to Denver in 2016 and I didn't have any friends. And so I looked up, I don't know if I looked up a convention or meetup or whatever. And there was a thing called Project Cosplay, and they did photo shoots for the weekend. Like you show up, stay at a hotel like you would any normal con, and you do photo shoots. And so that was fun, and I didn't know that was a thing. So I really dove into the cosplay community within Instagram in 2016. So I had been cosplaying since 2012, but I didn't really know about photo shoots or like all this whole online community. And once I did, I was like, okay, well, this is where I'll put my time and energy because I don't have friends here. So it's not like I really have distractions or, whatever. So let's, and then these seem like my people. So let's, check out the online community. And so 2016, I started posting all the time on Instagram specifically. And it was just nerd stuff again. It was still early. It was mostly cosplay, but every once in a while I would post like whatever it was, something nerdy that I had in my house. And then at some point, I did like a little research, like how to grow your Instagram accounts. And so I basically took these like list of suggestions and then applied it to like nerd culture and cosplay and the nerd scene. And it just kind of started slowly growing and growing. And then, like I said, I started to say earlier with like the trial and error of cosplay, you kind of like learn what looks good, what doesn't, what you like, what didn't work, that kind of thing. And so like with that Wolverine picture, I was wearing the spandex suit with the mask. I bought the mask on like Amazon or eBay or something. Yeah. And you can see in that picture that it's very glossy. And it looks like a Halloween costume. And that's fine. Everyone has what they want to do or how they want to be. That's fine. But I wanted it to look a little bit better like my current one. And but you learn what works and what doesn't. So I was wearing the full spandex with the leather jacket, with the dog tags, with the cigar. It was like 3 unnecessary accessories instead of wearing but it was, to be fair, it was Denver in like February. So I was cold.
You were freezing.
So I was like, let's wear this jacket. So that's part of that. But and then I just never took it off. And so there's most of the pictures from that shoot are me in the leather jacket, and it would have looked a lot better without it. But I'm also, the suit came with these like long blue gloves that he wears in the comics. And I traded those out in that other picture for just black fingerless gloves. And I think it's just a bunch of little upgrades that you can make to any cosplay to just kind of make it look better. And so it's a lot of trial and error with every costume. And so then you find out what you like, what you don't. It just kind of slowly started growing. Plus, like, I was posting a lot. And so I tell people, like, too, if you want to, like, grow your account, the way you grow your account is by not giving people the option to ignore you. And so if you're in their face all the time, you're going to be popping up in their feed all the time. Hashtags are huge. You can use up to 30 hashtags per post. And usually I use anywhere from 27 to 30 per post, post at least 3 times a week. And that's what I was doing back then, all the time. And I would follow cosplay accounts and cosplay shout out accounts.
Right.
I'm also here to make friends, too. And that's why I started, because I didn't have any in Denver. So I was like, hey, let's, follow these people and make friends. And so I think that helped too, is that it was a very like genuine kind of thing of me reaching out and either asking questions or complimenting people. And there was no hidden agenda or anything behind it. It was just like, hey, I like your stuff, like, kind of thing. So I think that helped a lot too.
And I think if you have that mindset, because like you had no reason to pay any attention to our account when we first got in touch, but you just had such an open personality, and you appreciated what we were doing, and we appreciate what you were doing, and we just connected in that way.
Yeah.
And like we have kind of similar agendas. Like, yeah, we want to be around more people, not so that we're cooler, just so we can be around more people.
Right.
Because we like what everyone's doing, and I want to hang out with all of you all at once. That's why I love these nights. Yeah. Well, your demeanor definitely shows that you have the best intentions, and I think that's what's really brought you all the success that it has, is because people can tell that you're not in this for some hidden agenda. You're not here to get rich. If you do, all the more power to you. But your agenda is just to connect with people, and I love that about you.
Thank you.
So, did you hear that, chat? Post 100 times a day. I'm kidding.
There's someone, her username is Tata Khaleesi. She posts, and I asked her one day, I think she posts 2 to 3 times a day if she has the content. And to me, if it works, first off, there are no rules. Do whatever you want. Post whatever you want, whenever you want, to your page, period. Regardless of if it gets likes, regardless if it gets you follows. If you like your content, that is all that matters. But
I'm writing that down. You like your content. Doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. But there are ways to grow your account. And she posts a few times a day. I don't do that. I post once a day. Not a day, I should say, one time in a day. And then lately I've had more content because I just did a photo shoot. And so I've been posting every day. But if I don't have content, I'll post an old picture that I haven't posted in months, because now I have new followers. And so if they haven't scrolled back enough, let's show them this new picture. But there are definitely ways to grow your Instagram without it coming across like you're soliciting people for likes and follows. Because I get DMs from people, and they're like, "Hey, will you follow me?" And I'm like, I'll click on their page, and it's a private page, and I'm like, I don't even know what you post. How am I supposed to follow you? And so sometimes I'll just I'm also non-confrontational to a fault. Like, I will do whatever I have to do to get past this situation so that no one's feelings are hurt, and I just end it. So a lot of times I'll follow them, and then especially if they're private, I'll see what their content is, and I'm like, okay, so whatever. But
that was totally not worth me following them.
Right. Like, thanks for, so basically don't solicit people to follow you.
I love those follow for follow people that like go out and they just follow a bunch of people just for the follow, but then they're private. It's like, your profile picture and your name tells me nothing.
Nothing. And then they have a terrible profile picture that you can't tell, and no bio. So like, how am I supposed to know what your content even is?
Right. Social media it's something else I do in my life is social media, and it's just a puzzle that we're all figuring out. Yeah. And while we're trying to figure it out, the platforms themselves are figuring us out and how to manipulate us and how to make us jump through more hoops to do the simple thing we want to do.
Yeah. People.
I'm not triggered. I'm not mad.
Facebook doesn't sound like
at you. No. God. But I love that. That's amazing. So like, as the fact that you've gotten so much bigger, what would you say has been like the greatest benefit that you've seen from having a growing account like you are?
For me specifically?
Yeah.
I mean, just in general, literally, I can't remember the last time I went to a convention and I didn't already have friends there. And that's amazing. To just show up knowing that someone there is already my friend, and I don't have to worry about like I'm being in a room full of strangers or whatever. And so, I mean, that's the reason I go to the conventions in the first place, is to meet up with people that are either in town that you've chatted with or whatever, or you get to meet them for the first time or the 100th time or whatever. Like that, it's weird, but that's my answer, I guess.
it's been surreal for me. I'm sure you've had this time and time again, but the few times that like we went to C2E2 and we kind of plugged in hard into the more Chicago cosplay community,
of course,
because it's closer to us. And so there's just more likelihood that we're going to see somebody that we follow. And the first time we were walking and heard like Boser, PK, Moose. I'm like,
yeah,
what? It's so surreal.
Yeah.
And then you see them and it's like, oh my God, I've been like talking with you.
Yeah.
On Instagram for a year and loving all your stuff. And like, here you are.
Yeah.
It's so surreal. It's such an incredible feeling.
Yeah. Yeah. And then on their end as well, like, cause you're sometimes just as much of a fan of them as they are of you and your friends. Oh my gosh. I know you are. I know you're going to charge at me. You'll probably see me before I see you.
No, I'm going to see Alec from a mile away, and I'm just going to come in low and fast and just sweep the leg with a big hug. If y'all don't know Alec, he's your greatest hype man, your greatest cheerleader, your greatest friend. You need a hype man
in your corner.
Alec, really, let's give him a shout out, was what brought us together.
Yeah.
Because we were doing, I think it was back when we were doing more shout out Saturdays. And you would react and we'd shout it out. And he would always use his shout out for somebody else.
Yeah.
He'd be like, hey, I'm reacting, but go shout out this. They're almost to 500 or they're almost to 10K. Go give them a reaction or shout them out. And it's just, Alec is the guy. You're right. Yeah. You're right, T. And so he's got his own Twitch. Everyone go follow him because he's not in it for likes. He literally in his bio, he only wanted to make a Twitch so that he can get access to streamer only content. And it proves that he's got the same attitude that you do. He just wants to be here to make friends and connect. And you hit affiliate, Alec, in like 3 hours. I've never seen that before. So we're grateful to you and grateful to people like you. So speaking of other platforms you've been growing on, you have an OnlyFans.
I do, finally.
So I know there's lots of different thoughts and feelings. Some people are hearing about these new stipulations OnlyFans are having, and they're outraged. Some people are thinking, oh, you have an OnlyFans, and like coming at you, probably judging you incorrectly because they don't really know what they're talking about. So like, talk to us. What began this journey? What did you want to do with OnlyFans?
I've been asked for years from my followers, random people, like, hey, do you have an OnlyFans? No, I don't have an OnlyFans. And at the time, I didn't have one. I just got it last December, the end of 2020.
Good timing.
And my wife and I like joked about it. Like, oh, haha, like, you know, I could post whatever and probably make some money. And then like we kept joking about it. And then finally I was like, but like, what if I did? Like, what if I made an account? And then we sat down and we talked about like what we were both comfortable with me posting. And she was like, yeah, you know, that's fine. And she said, if I ever feel uncomfortable, or if you do, just stop. And, you know, or, you know, we'll talk about it and whatever. And so, since last December, I've been doing it. I post, if I have the time. I've been very busy, this last month. But what's nice with OnlyFans, I don't know if you've ever been on the website, but, you can schedule posts. And so I'll shoot a bunch of content in one day, and then schedule those posts every other day for like 2 weeks. And so then I'm good. And I can like do regular life for like 2 weeks. I don't have to worry about doing a photo shoot. Was it easier than Patreon? So is that why you went to OnlyFans? I've never used Patreon. But what I didn't like about Patreon is the tier system and knowing that every month I have to give X. I didn't like that. I don't like pressure. I don't like expectations. So what's nice about OnlyFans is, again, I don't know who has either been on the website or what, but it has it very much looks like a Facebook page where there's a feed, and you can post. I mean, as a creator, you can post statuses, pictures, videos, etc. And you have your monthly cost. and is also super against. Oh, I didn't know that. So apparently Patreon is super against sex workers. Now, I didn't know that. Was it easier? So, but with OnlyFans, you have your monthly payment or cost, and it's a one-time monthly payment. So you pay, and then you get it for 30 or 31 days or however it works. And whatever that person posts is what you're paying for, and myself specifically, I have a pretty specific bio on my OnlyFans so that people know I don't get nude. I don't do full nudes. I don't do any kind of like sexual activity on there. And so I've only actually had one person who subscribed complain. They left a comment and they were like, oh, you don't do this and whatever. And I was like, if you read my bio before you subscribed, you would know that I don't. Anyway,
I remember you like outing him in your story.
Oh my God.
You didn't use his name. You were polite about it, but
yeah,
it says right there, you know what you're getting.
You know what you're getting. And so, what's nice, I learned because of him. And then because I posted it in my story, someone actually DM'd me and said, do you know, if you block someone, they get a, thank you, Thor Golden Cub. Yeah. Thor Golden Cub is one of my, subscribers actually. But
you're saying if you block somebody,
they get a refund, and then they're blocked. And so I was like, okay, because after he made the comment, I DM'd him and I was like, hey, what's your PayPal info? I'll refund you the $6. And then he never responded, which I don't care. But the person DM'd me and gave me that information. So I went to his page and I hit block. And when you hit block, it says, this person will receive a refund. Is that okay? And you're like, yes. And then they're blocked.
Sure.
And so don't complain about anyway. So, but
I know, it sounds like it's quite a pet peeve.
But since December, he's the only person that's complained. And the only person that's been rude at all. Everyone else has been very friendly and supportive and nice. And I say in my bio as well, please be respectful, because I get a lot of disrespectful, very sexual comments or DMs on Instagram. And so I was like, I'm not coming here to get paid to be disrespected. So like, I have my moral line and I don't want you to cross. I'm still a person. Like, I don't want, I don't want to be talked to in such a way, whatever. So, but yeah, so in, what is that? 8-9 months almost. I've only had one bad interaction. Wow. So it's been great.
You.
Yeah, I was surprised actually. Not only by that, I expected to have a lot more rude or like disrespectful comments. I just expected it. But I guess if people are paying for it, they don't want to disrespect the person they're paying, which makes sense.
Think.
But I
could see that going the other way. Is I paid you, like why didn't you do what?
Why aren't you exactly
right?
So
that's really encouraging, actually.
Yeah.
Not to get into like real financials, but have you felt like it's been a positive, like it's been worthwhile to delve into this new platform for you?
Yes, for sure. Nothing like the numbers aren't crazy, but they're much more than I thought they would be when I started.
Really?
Hey
babe, that's a green light.
Would recommend. Yeah. So, and I like my subscribers are just so supportive, which again, I don't know why I'm surprised, but I'm surprised.
I mean, honestly, I would be 100% surprised.
Yeah,
because there's plenty of cosplayers that we follow on Instagram. They have an OnlyFans, and I guess I would say that predominantly they are female.
Yes,
or they identify as female, and I don't know if that really has a big shift in things, but they are constantly posting the kind of comments you're getting, and or they're saying something kind, but in a really shitty way that like puts down just women in general.
Yeah.
And they think that's a compliment.
Right.
And so I'm with you that I would expect 100% more than what you're getting. So that's great to know.
Yeah, I was surprised. I'm still surprised because too another thing that happens a lot that I've heard with OnlyFans and not programs, but Patreon, things like that is they're like, oh, so I only charge $5.99, and so people are like, oh, it's $5.99, and I'm curious as to what he posts on his thing. Here's $5.99, and then you pay the one-time fee basically out of curiosity. And then so what happens, basically what made me bring that up is when what happens is people will make an account, they'll get like 60, 80, 100, however many it is, subscribers for the first month, and then everyone is like, oh, cool, paid that, saw it, I'm good, and then they'll drop off on the second month.
Yeah.
And so that's what I was expecting to happen, and then it didn't. So, I mean, it's like that basically.
Yeah.
Comes in waves, and I have good months and average months. But but I'm surprised. What about the OF update? I'm surprised how steady it's been for the last 9 months or so.
Well, I'm really happy to hear that for you, but I am curious, like Alec, with this new OF update, which maybe you can speak more to this. You've read the terms and conditions. We've only seen it in the news and on the memes. But
sure. Yeah.
Recently, we've heard that OnlyFans is now banning sexually explicit content, which, from an outside perspective, seems like the bread and butter of the platform.
The whole reason most people use that website. Right.
Right. Yeah. So does that affect you personally, or what do you think about it?
Right. I mean, not me personally, as I'm going to have to look deeper. I want to read the actual terms of service or whatever.
Okay.
But they sent out a mass email to all their creators, and I actually posted screenshots of it in my story yesterday, the day before. And so, but what it sounds like is, and again, I'd have to read it thoroughly, but it sounds like they're just banning sexual activity, and still allowing nudity. That's how I interpreted it. That's what it sounds like. It sounds like you can still post a nude, but not anything sexual.
Sure.
It's a gray area. It's one of those, and it almost sounds like as of right now you can post OT. You can post you have negative excluding female genitalia, but no intercourse. Oh, okay. Okay, but still, that
seems one-sided, doesn't it?
Right. But anyway, so so I am unaffected because I don't get nude fully, and I don't do sexual things on mine.
Sure.
So I'm unaffected, but thousands and thousands of others aren't, and they're making their living this way. And so, but there is another website, and I can't remember the name of it. It's going around right now.
Fansly?
Just for fans, I think. And
just for fans.
Someone in the chat might know. Fanly.
He says Fanly.
I've heard of Fansly.
That's been something else where I've noticed a lot of people with OnlyFans are pointing them in that direction now.
Yeah, and that's
even those that don't do sexually explicit content.
Right.
They're just like kind of boycotting the service altogether.
Yeah, and I was thinking about that as well. Like, why? I wonder how many. Tyga is also starting his own. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm sure it's going to happen. People are going to jump ship from OnlyFans for whether they're boycotting or can no longer make money on the on OnlyFans because of their specific content, and all these other sites are going to get their business, and they're going to be making money now.
Yeah, so I really feel like it was kind of a poor choice. Like whether you yourself create that content or you support that content, it really seems like they are cutting off the legs of those that really do rely on what I see as a completely above board career. If that's something that it's not something I would ever do. But if I would, if somebody wants to pay me for it, why not?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and there's like a deep, dark rabbit hole you could go down with why it all happened. And I haven't fact checked it, but it doesn't surprise me as to the reasoning behind all of this. So
interesting. Well, we'll have to have you back, and after you've done a deep dive.
Yeah, after like October 1st or mid-October, I think their terms are changing, or December maybe. Yeah. So.
Okay. Well, let's kind of transition because I know we've got some more time, but we've still got our reverse strip cosplay trivia coming up. But before that, I've got some kind of maybe more rapid fire questions for you if you're ready.
I'm ready.
A few from the chat, which you guys, if you earlier saw on our Instagram, we put questions you could ask OFN Frank here live. So we have one from Alec himself. Said, thoughts on me stealing your hairstyle for the 5th time?
Do it. Like he looks so good when regardless, because he'll send me a selfie sometimes and he's like, I need a haircut, and I'm like, it looks great. What are you talking about?
You look great.
So he's just more self-conscious than he needs to be.
Of course, aren't we all?
And like,
thanks for hanging out. Love you.
This is like the men's haircut right now. You're not stealing my haircut. Every guy has this haircut. Like,
this is I go to Great Clips. I'm like, how many times have you done this today? They're like, oh my God, 100.
Yeah.
Okay, Oceana, if she's still here, hope she is. She has a question. What made you attempt Swamp Thing, and did you use anything to waterproof for the photo shoot?
No.
Let me get back to that photo for the chat.
Say again, I'm sorry?
I'm going to get back to this photo that we showed earlier for the chat.
Oh, okay, yeah.
While you talk about it.
I love Swamp Thing's powers and abilities, and the fact that he is Team Earth and not... He doesn't affiliate. He doesn't pick a side. He chooses his side based on who's going to do the least damage to the planet, and that's the side he picks. And so I love that. I love, and he's basically invincible. He can grow trees and plants, everything. So I love his power. And if I could have a superpower, I would love to have his, and I would just grow everything everywhere. It would be amazing. Anyway, but no, I didn't have to waterproof any of it, which is crazy because the mask is like a rubber material, so it's basically waterproof. And then the suit, in that picture where I was submerged, I was actually just wearing a bathing suit from the waist down. But from the waist up, I was wearing that piece right there. And that's my wife, by the way, Back Issue Designs. And
love them.
So the suit right there is actually just a ghillie suit that people use for hunting.
Picture. You have one where you're standing at like C2E2 or something.
Oh yeah.
Here's one.
There's one. Yeah. So the whole suit is just a ghillie suit that people use for hunting, for camouflage. And so I bought that, and then I went to like different Goodwills and I found fake plants, and I cut them up and sewed them onto the suit. And so any of the leaves, the actual leaves that you see, I just sewed those on.
Okay.
So they're just, fake plastic plants. And so those are waterproof as well. And so the all the green like string, that's just yarn basically. And under that, and I don't know if you can zoom in, there's some blank spots of yarn, but basically it's just a netted kind of camo. You can't really see, which I guess is good. You can't see. But
good.
It's basically like a very thin, almost mesh camouflage material, and so it dries very quickly and easy. So I just wore a bathing suit from the waist down, wore that piece from the waist up, and got in the water. And yeah, it was awesome. I loved it.
I thought the same thing. I was like, well, that suit's destroyed.
No, yeah.
But that's amazing.
Yeah.
Okay, you ready for some lightning fast rapid fire questions?
I'm ready.
Okay.
Was what? It was.
Don't think, just answer.
Okay.
You ready?
I'm ready.
Cake or pie?
Pie. Nope.
Godfather or Star Wars?
Ooh, neither.
How many times did you sneeze in the last 7 days?
Probably 3.
Do you like the word dapper?
Yes.
Big dogs or small dogs?
Big dogs.
How many hours of sleep do you need?
7.
Are women complicated?
Yeah, absolutely.
Say good day, mate, in an Australian accent.
Good day, mate.
How often is it healthy to cry?
As often as you're sad or happy.
There you go. What's your favorite carb or bread or pasta?
Oh, all of them. Mashed potatoes.
Oh, there you go. If you could ask the supreme being one question, what would it be?
Do we want to go there?
No, I didn't create these. I found these, and I'm like, okay, how do we make this marketable or more palatable? I would skip it too.
I would, yeah, it's safer, I think.
I'm like, pass. Stale Sour Patch Kids or fresh circus peanuts?
Ew, stale Sour Patch Kids.
Paper or plastic?
Paper or plastic? Paper.
Nice. That's a very Swamp Thing answer. All right, good job.
Thank you.
Give OFN Frank all the love for his great answers tonight. We're not done yet, so stick around. We're about to play a ridiculous game.
Yeah.
But honestly, thank you so much for just being honest and open and
absolutely,
like sharing all the tips. Like I was secretly writing these things down. That's what I
actually have a blog post on my link tree on my Instagram, and it's the only blog. I don't like blogging. But I did one blog post, and it was top 10 ways to grow your cosplay Instagram account. And like 2 of them are kind of like throwaway answers, because top 10 sounds better than top 8. But most of them are legit, like great. If you're looking to grow, they're the ways to do it.
Okay, well, check him out. Find his Instagram and then find the link tree. Alec, if you're still here, go ahead and drop that Instagram link once more.
Thanks, John MP Art Geek.
Yes, he is. We've got, similar to your audience, we've got also the most supportive, bestest audience. You think as ridiculous as we are, we'd have more haters, but we have literally none. Like everybody that comes in this community stays because they're the best of us. So I thank all of you that are sticking around every Monday night and tune in for a new Geek Out Sesh every Monday. We've got a lot of exciting things coming up. Actually, next Monday, stick around. We got more action tonight, but next Monday we have Alan Stewart. He's our kind of local treasure. He has quite the comic collection. He's actually the head of Hall of Heroes and Hall of Heroes Comic-Con, which is coming up in just a few weeks. So he's going to be talking to us about what's coming at the con, what he's got at his museum, why everyone should come to Elkhart, Indiana, and find out what's going on locally. And then following that, we have a woman that published a fantasy novel called The Birth of the Fae. And I'm halfway through her audiobook, and it's so good. And so come back, keep coming back, geek out, make some new friends, because that's literally why we're doing this, just so we can make some new friends on the internet. Okay, Frank, are you ready?
I'm ready.
So, y'all, you've been waiting for it all night. We are about to play what I like to call reverse strip cosplay trivia. And it's exactly what it sounds like. It is cosplay trivia where we are going to have to take a DC character that's randomly selected for us and describe it in great detail. Just the costume, like as if we were going to cosplay. We can't say who the character is. We can't say what their powers are. We can only describe the costume as well as we can. Chat, you get to play as well because you want to try to guess the character before either of us do. Because then if Frank is describing the character, I don't guess, and you guess first, then I lose that point, and I have to reverse strip, i.e. put on more clothes. We're going to get so hot and heavy in here with all of the weight of our layers on layers on layers. But if you can't get it, chat, and I can't get it, then that means Frank's just bad at describing things, and he deserves to put on more clothes. So that's how that works. Does that make sense?
To me, yes. Yes.
Great.
Absolutely.
You're all that I care about. Just kidding. Okay, so we have a random jumper. Good God.
One more time. Take 2.
We have a random number generator, which will select between 1 and 25, which are the top DC heroes. So they're things that most of us might know. And then we're going to try to select that and describe it to the best of our ability. So I'll go first. I'm going to describe to you first.
Okay.
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 So let me hit my number. I'm going to find out what it is. Are you ready, chat? I can't hear you. There we go. Everyone redeem a hat right now. That is your points. Ooh. Actually, thanks, Oceano. I forgot that I added a bit. If anybody really wanted to amp up the heat, you can, in fact, increase the hotness if you see the ticker below. And if you add 100 bits, for every 100 bits that you choose to donate to our channel, that adds 1 layer of clothing to
I might have to
round.
run to the other room and grab more stuff.
Well, that depends how giving people feel tonight. So if you really want us to add a lot more clothing, then... Hey, that girl, that place. Welcome to F4 Geeks by Geeks. Place where geeks come to geek out. We're having fun. So are you ready? I'm going to describe this cosplay.
Okay.
Hopefully you guess before the chat does.
Yes.
Let me pull up the chat so I can see. Ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. This cosplay is head to toe red. Ooh, we got 100 bits. So this is going to be for 2 pieces of clothing.
Okay.
It's red. It's head to toe. It's dome. It's
Flash.
It's get Flash. Good job. You got it. You got it, Flash.
Oh, I guess, yeah, it could have been Red Hood. Well, he's not head to toe red, though. Alec, come on.
So, you got it before chat. That means I'm going to put on some clothing.
Okay. 2 pieces.
2 pieces. I'm going to actually unplug these.
Okay.
Let's see how bad that... Oh, now I can't hear you at all. Hold on. Now I got to change things.
We can still hear you.
Okay. Now I can hear you. I hope that's... Is that too echoey? Let me know.
Not for me.
Okay. I'm just going to keep showing off all the great merch that we have at our merch store. This is vintage FGBG, old logo. And then this is a new design, or newer design that PK designed a while back for Otaku by Otaku. So there you go.
Was that 2 pieces of clothing?
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. Trying to cheat already on round 1.
Let's get some Great Wolf Lodge ears going too. My niece's birthday last year was at Great Wolf Lodge, so we all got ears. All right, now it's your turn.
My turn.
Randomly generate that number.
My turn. Okay, hold on. Let me generate. Okay. 1 second.
Look how organized this place is. You never knew. You thought we were going to have technical difficulties tonight, like last week.
Ooh, okay.
But we didn't.
But we didn't. Okay. All right, are you ready?
I'm ready.
In the one that you and I are looking at.
I'm not looking. I'm not looking at
No, you're not looking. So, right. That makes sense. Duh.
I don't cheat.
Neck down, green and yellow.
Green Arrow?
No.
Green and yellow. Green and yellow. I'm not a DC guy, damn it.
The person had a sword. The person doesn't always have a sword. They have another hand-based weapon. They're DC characters. Sorry. I throw that place. These are
all DC. Yeah,
all DC characters. What else? This person sometimes wears a helmet.
Oh God.
Dang. What else?
Where's the helmet?
Red boots.
Green and yellow, red boots. I just reviewed them.
Not
we
Wonder
both
Woman
reviewed them.
Or Artemis.
I didn't know Artemis was a hero DC. Zatanna. That's not it.
No. I feel like, oh man. Okay, so,
Hawkman?
Nope.
That's what Oceana says.
Close though.
Close. Hawk girl.
Woman.
Hawk woman.
I mean, there
Hawk
you go.
Girl?
They got there. Yeah, Hawk.
They got there before I
Hawk
did.
woman, Hawk girl. I'll give it to him. Yeah, so guys, the picture that we were looking at, she was wearing this like green and yellow armor. I don't think she had the red boots on like she normally does, but I thought it would help explain it to you better. And I didn't want to mention her wings, but in the picture, she has a sword, and she usually has her mace. And I didn't. I thought the mace would give it away too much, so I wanted to wait. But
wait till the chat got it so that you screw me over. That's pretty good. You didn't want to mention the wings, of course not. Okay, now we're playing hardball. Now I know. Yeah. Now I know. That's fine. That's fine. Okay,
what, I got 3-0 right now.
Apparently.
Has anyone else donated? How do you know if they do? Because I'm not.
It would say in the chat.
Oh, okay.
Cool. Oh, there you go. There's another 100. So
look.
It pops up on the screen there too.
Oh, see, I think they were actually waiting for it to be your turn again, so that you have to wear it, not me.
No, they just want me to overload you with now 2 articles of clothing. Okay, so
if I get it wrong,
this person. Let's see. If I were to cosplay this person, right. I would kind of have a blue cowl here.
Okay.
And I would have 2 gold medallions here. And then I would have 2 cross-body red straps here.
You said a blue cowl?
Mm-hmm. At least in the picture I'm looking at. I need to Google some photos, reference photos.
Keep describing it.
And I would need some red eye contacts. And I would probably need to hit up my local Halloween store for a ton of body paint.
I'm going to guess Martian Manhunter.
Yes, it's Martian Manhunter.
He has a green head, so your tint might be a little off.
Well,
hold on, let me go look at his picture.
The skin was green, but he has.
He's wearing. Is he wearing a blue cowl?
Yeah, it's like a blue cowl just around his neck, though. Everything else is green.
You did say around his neck, yeah.
I did. Whatever, you got it.
Oh, there it is. Yeah. Looks weird though. I guess I didn't remember his blue thing. So I got it.
You got it.
Well,
let me show
is that
everybody
2 more
what we're
pieces
looking
of
at
clothing?
so they can see. That's 2 more for me. Okay, let's see. Let's put on. How about another tank?
Yeah.
Here's my
Teenage
Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Love that.
Yeah, love that.
Yeah. I have one, but it's not that cool. It's the same thing, except they're not oh yeah, so it's loved.
Here's a hole from when I helped a woman unscrew something at a Lowe's parking lot, and the only way I could do it is with using my shirt.
Oh, gotcha.
And let's get artsy with it, huh?
Yeah.
Let's go like full rent and just.
Oh my gosh.
Seasons of clothing, all too much. I mean, back then in the 90s, we just wear layers on layers on layers.
Yeah. Short sleeve shirts under long sleeve shirts under short sleeve shirts.
Literally. My wife and look back in photos, and it's just like that was the vibe. We all just wore layers.
None of the collar
shirt poking out of the just t-shirt,
and
then the sleeves sticking out, and you roll them up a little bit. You wear your poop shells. Good God, what were we doing? How come that's not coming back with all of the?
It's gonna. Yeah.
All right, it's back to you, Frank.
Ooh, yeah.
I'm gonna get you wearing something new tonight.
All right. If I were to cosplay this character, I would have a blue top.
Okay.
And red skirt.
Red skirt.
And
Supergirl.
Cape. Yep.
Yes. Get it. Put something on, boy.
I feel like there's some lag with the chat. I feel like.
Yeah. Oh, really? Because the chat itself is saying, ouch, that was fast. Ooh, that is a sexy way to start. Look at that.
This is my greatest Goodwill find of all time. It is a women's blazer, but I love it.
Not when you wear it. Okay.
Oh, it's your turn. Yes. right? Yes.
Yes. Oh, thank you. We got more bits.
Oh.
Okay, so this is for 2. Don't it. Boser, Stomach, please. Yeah, we're gonna catch him up. This is kind of a toughie. We're gonna see.
Okay. All right.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
For this, I would need a red wig.
Okay.
I would get some goggles.
Okay.
With yellow lenses.
Oh, and Bart Allen, Impulse.
Good God.
We should have picked a different. We should have picked a different category, or done like the bottom 25 or something.
But then I would have no hope. And
that's true.
I would lose complete. This was for me, Frank. This was for me.
I was gonna guess.
Nothing.
Batwoman was a good guess, Alec.
Yeah, Batwoman, red wig, and goggles.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna put on the C2E2 hoodie that I won 2 years ago by singing at a. I finished the lyric and I won this.
Oh yeah, on stage, right?
Yeah, were you there? You saw it?
I wasn't there. I think you either talked about it or posted about it.
Oh yeah, I was proud.
Yeah, I remember you mentioning it.
I won a lot. I won like a CW package with freaking luggage and a backpack that I use literally every day. It's a great backpack. And a cup. Okay, I'm going to do the Pikachu hat.
Nice.
But I'll put the ears over it.
Yeah.
Okay, that was 2. It's getting toasty down here. Okay, it's your turn.
Oh, it's my turn. Yeah,
your turn.
Like a male or female wig. Yeah, if you were to...
I'm sorry, I'm literally trying. I'm trying. I thought if I started vague, like a red wig and goggles, I'm like, who's going to... There's lots of people.
Right. Okay.
Hey, cows. The most complimentary cow you'll ever meet.
If... Wow, look at these hot guys. If I were to cosplay this character...
Ooh, there we go. Double it up.
Oh. I would wear green pants.
Green Lantern.
No. And no shirt.
Oh, God.
With
one of the variations of Green Lantern. That's not Green Lantern.
With a chest harness.
Hawkman.
Hawkman.
Yes!
Iron Fist, but in DC.
It's because I was studying your own Instagram today, and you have a lot of that chest harness. Like I literally almost bought it last night. That I was looking for things to go to Bristol Renaissance Fair with my mom. I'll be there September 4th if anybody wants to come hang out. And I was like, ooh, that looks awesome.
I love it. My gauntlets that I have, I actually love more. They're actually much better quality. The chest harness is fine. It was actually tricky to get on because when it comes, nothing is strapped. So you just have this like piece of thing with like all these straps going in different directions. And you're like, how does this? So I only unstrap one of them and then slide it off now so that I can put it on almost like a shirt and then just buckle the last one. But it's a pain in the butt.
All right. Well, Alec added one, and then before you wore one, OMFG Cows added another one. So I need you to add 3 pieces of clothing, please.
Me?
Yes.
Me? Okay.
Because I guessed it.
So
you're welcome for once. We're reverse stripping, y'all.
Yeah.
We're putting clothes on. Oh, a Starro. Of course, the cosplayer god has all the best items.
I figured why put on clothes when I could put on cosplay gear?
Well, you wouldn't be old-fashioned nerd without it. Okay, that's dope. Hey, watch those fingers. You never know what you're going to do.
Be cool, man.
It's cool. All right, we've got time for just a couple more. Let's see. Okay.
All right.
You ready for the next one?
I'm ready.
Drop those bits if you want to wear lots of clothes. So, this character, I would cosplay. I would probably get another wig.
Okay.
It'd be a darker wig.
Mm-hmm.
Might be a slightly longer cut.
Okay.
And I'd put on a white button-up.
Okay.
And I'd slip on a black necktie.
Uh-huh.
And
Zatanna. Oh, someone said Zatanna. Is it Zatanna?
It's not.
Oh, is it Clark Kent?
Nope.
No. Oh man, who is it? Keep going.
I would put on some indiscriminate socks. And I'd slip into some classic black slacks, some trousers.
Ooh, no, you said a black wig. Constantine?
God damn it.
So in that picture, again, specifically, he's in the shadows. He normally has blonde hair.
Does he have blonde?
Yeah. So that's not your fault. That's the picture they gave us.
I was basing it off of Keanu Reeves, I think.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
That's my biggest
That's fair.
connection to Constantine.
Yeah.
Okay.
So how many? Is that 2 or 3? Didn't a couple people pay, I thought?
I don't think so. No.
I think they did.
No, I saw no. No, there was none.
None of them?
None.
Let me just scroll back up here a little bit.
Back me up, chat. I'm going to put on my Prompto cosplay. Look at this. Live or die. Ride or die, baby. Alive or dead or alive, whatever it says.
Dead or alive.
It's getting hard to even fit inside of all these clothes.
You're going to look like Joey from Friends.
Could I be wearing any more clothes? My wife is excited upstairs right now because I got the reference. I can't get...
Oh my gosh.
I threw in 1,000 points for a bet. Did you really? Where? I didn't see that. Let me double check over here on Twitch. Is that accurate? Where? Oh God. Oh, it was 100. It was 100 for a bet. Oh, that was cows. Wait. Oceana, where did you do 1,000? We missed it. Oh, nope. I'm looking, Oceana. I didn't see them. They didn't come through, honey. Oh, there you go. Oceana redeemed. Hats off to you. Oh, sorry, those are channel points. Not bad. Oh. I'll take my hat off. I'll gladly take it off because I'm getting steamy. Okay, let's do one more round. That's about all the time we have.
Okay.
I want to honor your time because you've spent such a great time with us.
It's been fun. Oh, it's my turn now. Okay, hold on.
I redeemed another. You just want me to wear 10.
Last round.
10 things.
How many are you wearing right now?
Let's see. I don't know, 6 or 7.
Okay. If I were to cosplay this character, I would have a red suit from the neck down. And a white cape.
Shazam!
Yeah.
Yes!
She thought channel points counted.
So sorry. I'm just saying this for the money, Oceana. I don't want your points. Yes! Thank you, Zachary Levi, for giving me a reference I knew.
Do bits give you money? Is that how Twitch works?
It is. It's 100 bits for $1. So 1 bit would be 1 cent.
So you make $1 for 100 bits?
Yeah, you could do 10 bits. You could do, less, but...
Oh, okay. So you can donate however many bits you want. And then when you reach 100, you get $1?
Yeah.
Interesting.
It's like if you were... It's like you could donate 1 cent and do 1 bit. Or you could donate 5 cents and do 5 bits. Or 100 cents.
So it doesn't have to add up to $1.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
All right, what are you putting on? I put
on my Hawkman.
Okay, those are awesome. Oh, honestly, I saw those last night on Amazon too.
Yeah, I found everything. I'm telling you, Amazon is where it's at. I got these were I think like $20. But like the quality, you can't really. I mean, you can kind of tell in the picture. They're almost like I don't want to say they're not suede, but they're like a soft pleather.
They look suede,
but they're really, really good quality. And like especially compared to that harness you were looking at, this is a much sturdier piece than the harness. But again, I think the harness was like, I think I waited for it to be on sale. It was like $25. And it works.
That's a great
price. It works great. Yeah. So
Frank, before we let you go, I just need to make sure, can you get your phone and just take a selfie of yourself
right
wearing
now?
your layers?
Yeah.
I'm going to do the same.
Okay.
Just so everyone that wasn't here tonight knows what they missed, which is just pure golden.
Oh, selfie mode. Come on.
Let's see. What's the best lighting? Oh, probably this way. There we go. There you go. Get those cheeks in there.
Oh, it's
in the chat. There we go. Look, you guys all made part of Frank's selfie. It's huge. It's going to blow up. You can see that posted in just a few minutes on our Instagram at 4Geeks by Geeks, or potentially on OFN's Instagram at Old Fashioned Nerd. And if people want to find you, let them know the best place.
Instagram, I'm on literally every day. If I don't respond to a message, it's because I simply forgot. I'm not ignoring you, I promise. Old Fashioned Nerd on Instagram, Old Fashioned NRD, I believe, on Twitter, Old Fashioned Nerd on OnlyFans. If you just Google Old Fashioned Nerd, something's going to come up.
Something. You never know what.
Yeah.
Oh, God. What is happening in here? I'm scared to read that out loud.
I
can read it.
This is my first night on Twitch, so I don't know what I'm doing. That's okay. I mean,
it's not your last night. You come back next week and geek out with us with somebody brand new, and you just keep making some more friends.
Well, for the stream sketch this week, did Green Lantern seemed appropriate?
Yeah, John, if you're part of our Discord, which Alec dropped the Discord link, you'll find John, while he watches us, he's always sketching. He's always drawing characters. And they're great. Like, I can't believe he has the time to type and draw because he's very active in the chat. And his art is great. It's amazing. So we did Green Lantern tonight just for you.
That's awesome. Thanks, John. I'm going to have to check him out. Is John MP Art Geek your Instagram name as well? Maybe.
It is very close, if it's not exact, if my memory serves. There you go. There's the Discord. If anyone wants to, and speaking of Discord, Discord's important if you want to, one, geek out with some more geeks just like yourself. Or on Wednesdays, we do community gaming, and we'll do Jackbox games. We'll do Among Us. We'll do Dead by Daylight. We'll do games where we can just hang out and geek out and play games with all of you. We'll do Smash Brothers with an open arena. So if you need the code, Discord's the place to come and get it. And then Thursdays, we do D&D. We have an ongoing D&D campaign. If you were around when Oddity was in the chat, he is our god, our DM of the campaign. He's created an amazing storyline, and we create these crazy characters just to destroy it. And he does a great job. So if you're into D&D and you want to jump in a story, go ahead and join that. We're coming up to the end of that story, and then we'll have a new one starting not too far. And again, every Monday, we do a new Geek Out Sesh with a new incredible guest like you tonight, Frank. So thank you so much. Honestly, this has been, when we first were decided we're going back to Geek Out Sessions, which is something we used to do here in this basement, but live, which is very limiting. Like, all these people that I wanted to meet wouldn't ever be able to make it to the show. So then we moved to Twitch. In this setting, it opened up a door, and
Limitless.
One of my first names, OFN. I put you a little later in my list. I was like, I don't want to seem thirsty.
I don't want to seem like,
I'm gonna put them all later, as if like, hey, we're doing
like, I guess. I mean, I've interviewed a few people now. I guess you can be on if you want to.
Yeah, I don't need you or anything. But
I don't think about you at night.
No, while I'm putting more clothes on. But you were just such a great guy, and it was so great meeting you last year at C2E2, and I'm like, this guy's legit. He's the real deal. He's doing great things on the internet. He's like just geeking out loud and not giving a damn what anyone else thinks, and he's getting all the positive attention for it because of who you are, what you're doing, and how you're doing it. So I really hope that you keep it up and that everyone just please go give all the fucking support to Old Fashioned Nerd.
Thank you.
But until next time,
yes,
I am Boser. Who are you?
I'm Old Fashioned Nerd.
And you, I'm lining this up. Oh wait, no, we can't. Not yet.
Oh, no.
Wrong one. We need a raid. Thank you, Alec. Before I hit my button, who are we raiding? Somebody suggested a raid. Otherwise, I've got somebody that is going to be a guest eventually. We talked to him. We confirmed it. We just haven't locked in a date. You know what? Screw it. We're doing it. I'm not waiting for you. We're going to go raid Crash Cosplay.
All
He's
right.
an amazing guy. Just like you. Let's see. Right. Okay. Let's see. Let's see if I can do it without Alec. I don't need no man to complete me. I might though. Thank you for hanging out, Thor. All of you who are new to the chat. I hope
thanks
it's
for
not the
tuning
last
in,
time.
you guys. I appreciate it. Thanks for playing the game, participating, asking questions.
Do it. There we go. Okay, now it's going. We got 8 seconds.
What's a raid?
So now everybody watching us is going to go to another channel, and then we give them all the support.
Neat.
Isn't that awesome?
Yeah, that's cool.
But first, we're going to end with our little video, and we're going to stop. So good night. We hope to see you on Wednesday for Community Gaming, Thursday for D&D, or next Monday. But we'll see you on the internet. You just keep geeking out.
Geeking out.
Yeah.